guys, welcome to Jaja Jocelyn. Now we're gonna get into this seafood boil. I have eggs, lobster, I have some cooked shrimp, and I have some crab legs. And we about to get it popping, and y'all stay tuned because I was able to find these mussels in the refrigeration section at my Whole Foods, my local Whole Foods, and I was kind of shocked to see them. So we're gonna try them out this time. And we also have our corn. Now, we're about to get into the preparation of our lobster tails. You're going to need some kitchen shears, and you're going to need your lobster tails, however many you want to work with. For whatever reason, I seem to have misplaced my kitchen shears. So I found some, just some regular scissors. Shout out to Braylon. Thank you. So I found some scissors, and basically what I'm going to do is go at the front part of the lobster tail, and I'm going to cut directly down the center. Now, this is what your lobster tail should look like. Basically, what we're going to do is detach the meat. So we're going to open the lobster tail in that opening that you just created. And you're going to detach the meat from the walls of the lobster tail. And you're going to detach it and bring it and lay it on top. And I'm showing you how to do it right here. Now, when we detach the meat, we're only detaching it from the lobster wall. We're not going to detach it from the whole entire lobster. We're just going to bring that meat back. We're going to close that shell like that. And then we're going to lay that meat on top. Okay. Now, when you get your meat to this stage, you want to go ahead on and rinse it off because there is a chance that you could have bits and pieces of the shell that's on that meat. We're basically going to do the same thing to the other lobster. We're going to cut down the middle, detach the meat from the wall of the lobster. We're going to bring and close the shell back and lay the meat on top. So I'm having a little bit of hard time with this particular shell, but still take your time and be patient with it. You still want to detach that meat, and being if you have a hard time with the shell, you may get a little bit of more bits and pieces left on the meat. So just be sure to rinse the meat off once you detach it from the walls and once you lay it on top, because the shell is hard, and that is the most undesirable feeling, is to bite down on some good seafood and then you have a hard piece of shell in the way of the seafood. Okay. Also, just know that you are dealing with, lobsters, so there is a chance that you could come across one that's not deveined. So you may have to remove it. Okay. Just like you may come across some dirty shrimp or anything like that. I'm going to show you when you cut down, it'll expose the center of the meat to where you can see if your lobster is on the dirty side. And if you do have that issue, you just take the liberty of making sure that it's already deveined. So whoever you're feeding, see right there, you'll take that out. And that's how it looks. You'll take it out, you'll make sure it's clean, and you go ahead on and rinse it off. And this is how your lobsters should look. Now we're gonna pop these bad boys in the oven on 350. We're gonna season them up with whatever seasoning you want to use, but we're gonna pop them in the oven on 350. We're gonna pop them in there for 12 minutes. Okay, 12 minutes. Afterwards, we're going to bring it to a broil. We're going to bring the oven to a broil, and then we're going to leave them in there for 3 minutes. 15-minute cook time altogether, 12 on 350 and 3 minutes on broil. And that's going to bring that orange color to a head, and then your lobsters will be done. Now, this is just a sneak peek at the sauce that I made for the seafood boil. It's not beloved sauce, it's just my rendition of it. I'll get into that another time. This is a sneak peek of my eggs, and basically I'm letting them cool off, and this is the finished product of my lobsters. Okay, we've put them in the oven for those 15 minutes, and this is how they should look. And I put some butter on top, and along with the seasoning, so they should be good and tasty. Now we're basically just warming up our shrimp and our crab legs because they're already cooked, and this is the finished product of the seafood boil. Okay, now I put a different type of sauce on the actual seafood as opposed to the sauce that I use when I'm dipping it. Okay, this is a sneak peek of the sauce that I use when I'm just, you know, staging the seafood and I'm plating it up. This is just a butter with some lemon pepper and a squeeze of lemon, and it has a little bit of garlic in it. And this is the sauce. This is just a regular sauce that I use to put on top of the seafood when I'm staging it and presenting it. Now, that red sauce that you saw, that is the sauce that I use when I am dipping and when I'm eating and when I'm enjoying my seafood boil. I take the liberty of dipping all of my good seafood into that good sauce. And baby, I'm in heaven. Now, this is how you do my seafood boil. Y'all come back now.